fuck I'm doing. I be getting money, that's why they hating what I'm doing. You ain't getting money, what the fuck is you doing? Watch me show them lame niggas how to do it.
Yeah. One-on-one with Mr. 365, full-blown Trapper TV. Hey, I ain't never did an interview 3 times in one day. Bro, I'm trying to tell you. But I'm swift with it now. Now I'm like, shit, we roll. It's like when you fuck up on your verse and you like, all right, go. Push record right now. Nigga, we in there. I got the one and only in the building, the biggest, sauce to God, Whitney, co-owner of Us Ohio Boys music group. That's the new shit right there. That's what niggas don't even know. That's what they don't know. Us Ohio Boys music group. That they be sending a hashtag. Yeah, that's a real thing. So we just gonna start right there, Sauce, and pick up where we left off. Give the people a little bit of history on what we putting down with this Us Ohio Boys movement right now, what we got going on.
Man, so, we started it probably like, what was the end of 2023? When we started the Us Ohio thing. We started off with the logo and just, trying to brand it on merch. And, it was received very well. Everybody started tapping in, so shout out to everybody that was, supporting the merch. We had the Us Ohio Boys, Us Ohio Girls merch. And, it just started to grow from there. So now, fast forward a year and a half later, we are basically in the music side of this business now. You know what I mean? So we got the Us Ohio studio. So we got the one-stop shop. You come, you get your interviews, your mic drops, all your content you need. You know what I mean? And now we got the music as well. Ohio Got Something to Say, Volume 1 that we getting ready to drop. So it looks good, man. Starting off from where we just had an idea of slapping some logos on some clothes to now turn it into a full brand and a full, situation, so that now people can be a part of it. They can, capitalize off of it with us. Maybe position themselves a little bit better or whatever they trying to do. And it's a staple for something that we need in Columbus, Ohio. You know what I mean? We ain't never really had a real just platform for us. You know what I mean? We got our sound, and I feel like that's what Us Ohio is letting people know, we got our sound out here in the Midwest, and we want to, be just as recognized as the Atlantas and the New Yorks and the Calis, and now shout out to Detroit and Milwaukee and everywhere else. So that's what we're doing right now.
Right. So look, we've been dibbling and dabbling for the past few years, just getting our feet wet, traveling around the world, networking, different radio stations, DJs, just putting our plays together. A lot of times, at the time, you were still very heavily, into the music part of it. I had called you one day, man, and I was like, you know what, bro? I was like, I could see this in the next few years. I was like, I'm calling it. I think you're gonna be very influential on the business side of it. I was like, what me and you could do on the business side of it, because what we was already doing, I was managing artists, managing the whole team, but you was still one of the main people that was making moves with me.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? So I'm like, all right, me and Sauce can put these type of plays together for other artists, which came to fruition out of nowhere, because me and you take a business meeting, because I'm about to put a show together.
Right.
And we run into our first artist.
Right.
And it kind of pushed you into that role that I was telling you I seen you in, and we kind of navigated that together. So tell me, how was that transition from you as being the artist and mainly focusing on yourself to managing our artists and trying and really from growing back, basically raising your kid?
I think that just came from just being from the artist side, just learning the business and wanting to share that with other artists. You know what I mean? The do's and don'ts, and just wanting to help people grow their brand. And I mean, it, like you said, it just kind of just fell in my lap. So, you know what I mean? It was I knew I would get to that point, at one point in time. So I just figured okay, I'm going to just let it, kind of just create itself. You know what I mean? As it started creating itself, I noticed okay, I got a niche for the, the business side too, which is always good. I tell everybody, learn the business for sure. And then, like I said, the flip side of being on the business side, sometimes things don't go the way you want it to go. You know what I mean? And I think you got to kind of like know how to maneuver through that so that it don't leave like a sour taste. Because, you know, once you deal with one artist and it don't work, and then you try with another artist and it don't work, you're like, oh man, I ain't about to keep fooling with this, because you putting your heart and your passion into something, and you want them to see the vision that you got for them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But sometimes they don't see it the way you see it. Like, I see you, if I'm messing with you, I know you something special. I know you a star.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But some people, it's hard to get them to jump on that star. I like to call it the star boat.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You want to have one foot, you know what I'm saying, still out there on the
almost
land.
Like, hold on, no, it's almost like what makes me talking about with Title Town.
Yeah.
Like, see, a lot of people good, but they ain't Title Town.
Yeah,
you gotta go to Title Town, bro.
Yeah.
You gotta be that. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? So, yeah. So, with that being said, though, you know what I'm saying? With having that experience now and navigating through what we're working on and pushing the movement we're pushing, how does now being on both sides? Because now you can see where I'm at with it. Like, you being an artist and being on this side of it, you like, bro, I could just go over here and do this, play this record right here, hot all over. You know what I'm saying? How does that part? How are you figuring that out?
You know what? And that's kind of the unique thing about it, because that doesn't really happen too often. You know what I mean? You've never really seen the business guy be as important as he is in business as in making music. Now, you didn't have moguls, you know, do they artist thing, but that wasn't their full, you know what I'm saying? That wasn't their thing. Yeah. They did that because they just wanted to. But it was just a brand, like the brand, the mogul, like being a mogul, they were already going to tap into you anyway. Right. But when you could go, like I call like Superman, when you can go, you know, be Clark Kent one minute and then go be Superman, you know what I mean, and be received on both sides. That's something that's just unique, and I feel like I don't see too many people able to pull that off. Right. You know what I mean? It's like, and then like you said, like, you know what I'm saying, we was building this brand to really just show and, you know what I'm saying, spotlight all the up and coming artists. Right. And then we started creating together. And then that just took a whole nother wave, and then it's being received so well. It's like, okay, damn, I can go, you know what I'm saying, I can go get in my artist bag. You know, I was really trying to jump on this, but it's almost as if like it was meant for us to do this. Like somebody told me, like, after like the second, you know what I'm saying, situation that we was trying to, you know what I'm saying, manage. And I was like, I told you, remember I called you, I told you, I was like, yo, bro, if we do this shit again, bro, it's gonna have to be some serious, like, standard. We gotta have that, you know, the T's crossed and the I's dotted. I'm not doing no more just taking somebody under my wing. And I can understand why people in the industry do that, because it's like you probably gave 2 or 3 opportunities to somebody, and then they just act like nothing ever happened. You didn't do shit for them, and like it leaves a sour taste in your mouth. So I was like, you know what? Somebody told me, they said, man, just focus on you and your brand and what you're trying to do. And you know, if that comes back around, we'll know what to do. But this right here is just it's working, it's clicking. It
felt because it's us. It's
right.
Like when you and this is what I tell people, bro. The reason why I know so much that I know and I don't know nothing. That's how I look at it.
Mm-hmm.
I look at it like I still don't know nothing.
Right.
But experience, you know some shit.
Mm-hmm.
So I've been around all type of greats. I've just been blessed.
Yeah.
From Busy Bone to the people we know, everybody we've watched, we've seen how it's done, how it's orchestrated when you're doing it right.
Right.
And we know it takes money to make money, and it takes money for a minute before you make money.
Absolutely.
But it's take that grind. Yeah. So one thing I did early on was I was telling the artist yesterday, I signed myself early on. When I heard Gucci Mane used to say that SYS, sign yourself. When I started my LLC, I was my first artist. So everything that I did from then to now, like I'm signed to me.
Yeah.
Right now. Like, so any deals that go through trying to get with me, they're gonna have to pay my company.
Right, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's how I designed it from the beginning, which now to this point where I transitioned to media and other things, now that name is worth something.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still going by Mr. 365.
Right.
I just transitioned it to this, to acting, to this, to that. So now it makes the brand bigger.
Right.
So now, fast forward to where we're at now, it's the same thing. Now I could just bet on me. Like I ain't gonna trick my own self. I ain't
Right.
gonna lie, scam my own self or be shiesty to my own self. So it's like it's easier to, you know, put something together and still help your friends. Like what we doing, we bringing the same people that, you know, we've been rocking with and, you know, that been around us together to push that movement. So I mean, again, even with that, how does that feel to still have the support of those people that we've been rocking with, and they jumping on the board and still saying, yeah, let's do this, let's put the layout together, let's roll it out. Like now we got a bigger support system. Like let's talk to people about that part.
I think what that is, that's just letting us know that we're doing the right thing. You know, and the people are supporting us and they, you know what I'm saying, they really, really love what we got going on. And I think that's what is you know, saying so unique about the situation. You know what I mean? So I'm just embracing it, man. I'm just letting it do what it do. And we just having a great, you know, saying great time with it. And, you know, I'm glad I can be an inspiration to people. You know, I get many DMs and texts like, man, you really, really inspiring me, bro. Or they asking, you know, man, well, can you help me, man? And this and that. So that lets me know. I think that's more important than anything is being able to have the inspiration and the fans, you know what I mean, to really, really respect what you're doing.
Yeah, no, for sure. And that's what me and Pernell Picture was talking about yesterday, you know what I'm saying, with like people's perception and the professionalism. And, you know, it's a lot of people that do what we do. And it's a lot of platforms. But what people miss the mark at, I think a lot of times, you know, when you get in that competition, it always turns into, oh, he shoot videos, oh, I can shoot them better.
Right.
Instead of everybody working together, instead of the video man supporting the video man, instead of the rappers pushing the other rappers, instead of you know, the promoters linking up, telling you to go to the next promoter's show, instead of you know, just everybody. That's the culture of Ohio. That's what we're missing. You know what I'm saying? We missing that, and I think that's what we've been pushing. Like when we went on Off the Porch at Auntie's house in 411, every platform that we didn't touch, we been pushing that Ohio movement, like the Michigan movement, just that Midwest, you know, because that's what people everywhere we go, you know, when we go out in Atlanta, they fuck with us because we be coming in that motherfucker like us. Right. You know what I'm saying? We come in there like us, and everywhere we go, it's like that. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like Ohio, we got a voice. Yeah. Like they fuck with all the niggas, bro. Any nigga that's right now, from the young niggas to the older rappers, nigga, when you out of town, niggas fuck with us. Yeah. And you can see it on everybody's story when they in Cali. I ain't about to sit here and name all the niggas, but you can watch they post on their Instagrams, bro. They in Cali, they in Texas, Georgia, Florida. They having fun because they love us everywhere we go. Seas, am I lying? They love us every fucking where we go. But guess where they don't love us at? Here, nigga. Right. Here, nigga. Yeah. So niggas gotta get that. Niggas gotta stop trying to impress and stunt and ball on the niggas that don't like them anyway. Right. Nigga don't like you anyway, bro. Quit trying to flex on nigga don't like you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. For something it's been like that. It's really been like that for a long time. You know what I'm saying? Don't that sound dumb? No, like you trying to flex on a nigga already don't like you, nigga. And I think that's our, not to cut you off, but I feel like, you know what I'm saying, that's our problem in the city. You know what I mean? Like ain't nothing different. You know, even though I don't live here no more. You know what I mean? It's been the same thing. Like it's like we was just talking about the other day about two individuals getting, you know, awards here that's not from here. Yeah. You know, we're not gonna give them no names. You know what I'm saying? They already big enough. But I'm thinking to myself, like, how you know what I'm saying? How you doing that? And you ain't even recognizing the people that's here. And I feel like I love my city. I love my hometown to death. But I feel like we always got that. It's like we want to stay in that small city mentality. We don't want to like start elevating and be like the Atlantas and be like the Calis and like look at Detroit. Like I remember when Detroit was just a couple of cats. Now look at what's going on now. They got the movies on lock. They got Tubi on crazy. Like everything that come on Tubi from Detroit, you tapping into, and they keep the same actors and actresses, and they supporting each other. Look how big to where now they got the Detroit sign like the Hollywood sign in Detroit. That's just all because they said, you know what, we just gonna support each other. We're gonna get behind each other, and look how big they is. And I feel like Columbus got a lot of talent. Ohio, just period. What you saying though, not to cut you off, and bro was just saying this, and that's why I like I told you what you doing, because what you doing is kind of different than what all the other niggas doing. You know you can reach the audience. You got to be able to reach everybody.
Yeah.
You feel me? You got to be the nigga that can go over here and shoot this nigga and then go shoot with their ops.
Right.
And then go shoot with this nigga, but everybody love you. And you feel me? Because it's
All
business.
respect.
Yeah.
You feel me? That's what niggas is missing. If you can't maneuver like that, like soon as a nigga see you is up, then it ain't no longevity in that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And
That's why I say this all the time. I can no longer share global-minded thoughts with local-minded people.
Facts. That's real, man. Like, cause you got to think, like,
And
if you
that
can't go
hurts.
get money with them, and you can't go get money with them because you don't. It ain't gonna never work like that. Like, look at prime example. You see Sexy Real, everybody knows she blood, whatever. She just did a record with Uncle Snoop, biggest crib ever, just like that. You know what I'm saying? They ain't about to trip. Like, okay, he ain't about to trip on what she's saying and saying her blood lingo, and she ain't about to trip on him saying his crip lingo because it's all about this.
Especially for the masses and the white people, they look at it like, nigga, if y'all can come on this motherfucker and say this shit together.
Right.
This is a bigger
It's money.
This is a bigger. The white people like, y'all gonna do this.
Yeah.
They ain't ask them, hey, you gonna do this song with Snoop? Yeah.
Yeah, like you gonna tell them no?
question.
Like, no,
It
I don't
wasn't
work
even
like
a
that.
question. You
Yeah.
feel me? Like, but the gangbangers, I be seeing these niggas on no jumper and shit. They be like, "What you gonna do a song with the other side?" Hell no, fuck them. Be like, see, that's what I'm saying. You already.
Yeah.
What is niggas rap? I'm not saying go do songs with your ops. I'm not just
No,
saying
we
that
ain't saying
because
that.
it's a lot of bloodshed. But if we trying to grow as a community, we gotta change the
We gotta
lingo.
start somewhere.
Yeah, we gotta start
Yeah.
like at least quit the young generation. We gotta quit this. They gotta quit dissing each other, and because that as long as they dissing, it's not gonna be no motherfucking resolution.
Yeah.
Nigga.
There's
That's
only so much we really can do. You know what I'm saying? So it's
That's
just
like me and you. We
you
go
know.
from opposite tracks. This is my brother. I'll ride and put a nigga in a box over this man, and he'll do the same for me. And we from different sides all day.
Yeah.
I don't trip when he talk his blood lingo. He don't trip when I talk my local lingo.
Yeah.
But we grown men, we about bags and bread and and making an inclining.
Yeah.
We're about elevation.
Right.
So we can't stay stuck in the same area. We gotta grow sometimes in life. And that's just how it is. If you can't grow, you a weed. You gotta get cut out.
So what's your message though that you would give though? Like I'm saying, like not necessarily a message, but like we got a duty as, you know what I'm saying, generation. I mean, just as, you know what I'm saying, we got kids out here, people watching this.
Yeah.
So it's like at some point we do gotta say certain shit. Like
Yeah.
you gotta have fun with the music. We gotta start, you know what I'm saying, making it appropriate for, you know, all different age groups and do your shit. But it's a time and place for certain shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So what's the message you would, you know what I'm saying, kind of, I mean, because there really ain't no message we can give. But I'm just saying, like,
I mean, I would just say, like, you know, you got to study some of the other situations, the other cities. You know, I'm pretty sure they got the same shit going on in every city, every hood, everything.
they do. Niggas
But
is dying.
you know, but
No,
right
no, they do. Niggas
But
is dying. You see it?
now, like we just said,
King
like
Von, motherfucker.
yeah,
Motherfucker, what's my nigga name? Julio, like niggas getting took out, bro. It's fast.
we just gotta come together. We gotta bridge the gap. And like I said, this is the only time in hip hop where you see some of the older artists being recognized in the right way. Like, see, if this would have been like 10 plus years ago, oh no, that wouldn't have happened like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is the first time in hip hop where you see the older niggas still getting back out here, recreating themselves, rebranding themselves, going to get a whole new bag. And you know what I'm saying? And the youngins is sampling it and they, you know, bridging the gap. So I think this is the first time in hip hop I ever seen it like that.
No, it's the first time. Like, we always have artists that work with younger artists, but this is the first time, like we was talking earlier, it is because 10 years ago, like we were saying, young niggas look at you like once you 30, you old. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like you supposed to just stop rapping and woo. But nowadays, it's the first time because of social media and TikToks and everything. Nigga, you can just get on that bitch, and as long as you hot, you hot.
Yeah.
So, and it's like you can build an audience, and you can, you know what I'm saying, with the way content is nowadays, you just gotta appeal to your audience. You know what I'm
like,
saying?
and that's something that I was told. Somebody told me that, A&R told me that at a big record label a couple of years ago when I was taking meetings, and he was like, you know, there's an audience for everybody. He said, you know, You just got to find your audience. And, you know, once I just started tapping in, I'm like, okay, this is my audience over here. You know, I don't have to try to fit in with that because what I'm doing, if they gonna fuck with it, they gonna fuck with it. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I said this is my audience over here, and this might be their audience over here. But one, you know, like you said, consistency, the internet, you know, just your hustle, your grind, your look, the music. Like if you got all that intact, eventually y'all gonna cross paths. You know what I'm saying? The younger gonna cross paths with the older, and y'all gonna respect each other, and then it's just gonna make it happen. So that's all. This is all about being consistent and being yourself. Don't try to go be like you 18 years old. That shit ain't gonna work. Be you, and if it work, it work. So, you know.
And that's what I'm saying. They've been working, you know what I'm saying? So talk to me about just over the past years how, you know, we've been having a few records in rotation, you know what I'm saying, spinning FM radio placements, man. How good that feel though, man? Just, you know what I'm saying, know the records been in rotation in different markets, man, and getting that sound out there that we pushing.
Yeah, man. That's big. You know, so I want to give a big shout out to the first person, my dog Taryn Bland down in Cincinnati, Ohio, Mr. 102.3 The Beat. You know, met him a few years ago. It just started with a DM, and I was like, yo, bro, I got some records. Can I get them in your mix show? And it started off with that to where I got into regular rotation. And then once I start getting on the radio, I said, oh, okay, shit, I got something they want to hear. Then it started moving down to different cities. Then we was in Columbus, Georgia. Then we was in Jacksonville, Florida. Then I got the Coalition DJs at ATL rocking with me. The Coalition DJs in Cali. Shout out to my dog DJ TNT. Be spinning my records out there in Cali, and they be tagging me and letting me know. So that just let me know, like, okay, this music is touching people, and they rocking with it. You know what I'm saying? If I'm sending records out, you know, 9 times out of 10, I'm getting off of this. Oh, this is it. This is it. I like this. It sounds good. And that's kind of hard, you know, and like everybody's so picky and they want shit to sound like this and sound like that. And when you, like you say, come back and being your real self and you just being you and being authentic, that's how it used to be, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like all this other shit going on now, like I don't know that. Like if you tried to sound like another nigga, like you was getting like about getting your fucking face slapped off or getting clowned. Like,
for sure,
like you got to be original. And I think right now I'm starting to see it kind of sprinkle itself into the substance of music is coming back. Niggas is rapping. You know what I mean? And it's bridging the gap to where we could say, you know, you need to be yourself. Like, and maybe that's the reason why some of the older artists had to kind of like get back in there and get their feet back in there to kind of show some of the younger artists, like, look, man, you could be you. You know what I'm saying? And if that's your wave, do it that way. You know, don't try to jump on this motherfucker wave just because, you know what I'm saying, even if you're your favorite rapper, you know what I'm saying?
Don't do me.
Don't do that. Don't
be like me.
Yeah. You know what I mean? And I think it's working. You know what I mean? It's starting to see some more, you know, variety of music coming out. So we have to. So, you know, facts.
Yeah. Basically what Saul said, young little boys and girls, don't be like me. Like basically, like don't just make your favorite songs like your favorite rapper. Because hey, me, everybody knows Big Pluto, bitch.
Facts, man. Facts.
Nah, man. We gonna wrap it up. We want to just kick some game to him real quick. Great Sauce, man. Everybody always be asking me, you know what I'm saying? Man, Sauce from Ohio, he from Columbus, man. I'm like, yeah, man. Born and raised, my dog, man.
Yeah.
Eastside Columbus, Ohio, represented. My business partner, man. They know how we rocking with this us Ohio shit. We all over the world with it, bro.
Yeah.
I'm just proud that, you know, it started from a conversation. We like, this what we gonna do. And nigga, we did that shit, nigga, and we still doing it, and it's crazy. Like, nigga, almost 2 years all the way solid in, like, nigga, rocking that shit, like, nigga, that shit growing. And like, when I be hitting up, bro, and then when I'm posting the flicks, telling everybody like we on our way back, like they know what I mean.
Yeah,
bro, coming with us, like we about to go, jump back off the porch, bro. We about to go to the media run with this shit, bro. We about to have fun, like, you know what I'm saying. I've been living in Atlanta forever, bro. We about to go run around, like, you know what I'm saying? It's about to be fun with this new movement. Everywhere we get touch and put records at, we about to turn it up. That's why I said we about to get the visuals good, man. Source of God, bro. It's another one, man. Full blown track. And we just want to bring them an exclusive.
Yeah, for sure.
Tap in, man. We about to fuck with Pernell Picks, man. They know what's going down, man. Something exclusive for them. But yeah, we rocking out full blown track and TV.
Yeah.